Welcome to Sunset Sanctuary. We're going to do a little bit of farm work today. More accurately, Paul's doing some farm work. And we're going to go ahead and get this rototiller on here. We're fighting with the, what do you call that pin on the back of there? That feeds the rototiller.
A fucking bitch?
A fucking bitch. That's a good name for it too right now. So the shaft has pins and it has to line up with the tiller in order to be able to turn the blades, and it's those pins that are so hard to get to fit right down in there.
So I have to push this onto the shaft, but I have to push this pin in so that that clears, and once it gets onto the shaft far enough, that will spring back.
So that's the challenge, guys. Is, you know, you have equipment, it sits outside, and it's not always easy on the farm, but the results are worth it. And if all else fails, you take a different approach and come at it with a different angle. And it looks like we're pretty good matched on there. He's just making
it's on.
double sure.
It's on.
Victory!
I got it.
All right, time to go get some tilling done, right, brother?
Not quite.
So now we're doing some inspection on the machinery before we go out. There's a, this isn't very tight. He was missing a nut on there, so we got to double check. It looks like this side's good, but we're gonna check the tightness as well. So now we've got the rear gate in the up position. It's latched by the chain here. So that was the next step, and we're just about ready to go. We got to get this bolt in here, though. There's going to be a lot of torque on it.
Be able to get it tightened down good.
Sometimes when you don't have the exact thing, you just have to make it work on the farm. So we're going to try and just cinch this down and hope that we can get it nice and tight. We had to get whatever would make it fit. It's actually working.
It is actually working.
Awesome.
So,
Love being out here on the farm. And we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of this field done, and we'll come back in a few minutes. So we got the field all tilled. What's next?
Well, I got 2 passes of that field done. I have about 6 more passes to go, and then it'll be ready for planting. We need to let it sit there for a little while. That grass that was tilled up is gonna dry out. The next time I come through, it's gonna till it up a little bit more. And so we got a lot more work before we're ready to plant.
Okay, so it just tills into the soil. You don't have to rake it up or anything like that.
Nah, I don't care about that. In fact, that's actually putting nutrients back into the soil.
Awesome, awesome. What are you guys gonna try and plant out there?
So that section is 5,000 square feet, approximately 1/8 of an acre, and it is all going to be things that our chickens are going to eat. So we're going to have sunflower, corn, some grains, that sort of thing.
So that makes your farm a little bit more sustainable. You're not having to run to the feed store as much. The property's providing everything you need out here, huh?
Exactly, and that's one of the goals of our place, is we want to be as close to sustainable as possible. And if we're growing chickens but buying all the feed from the store, that's not super sustainable, so we want to supplement that as much as possible with stuff we grow right here on the property.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, man, for
Hey,
sharing
not a
this
problem.
process with us.